Oh, all right. Ooh, it's cold. Oh, oh, okay. Oh. All right. Oh, man. Woke up tired. Excuse me. All right. Oh, excuse me. It's cold out. We got everything set up. I apologize. Oh, I'm so tired. I missed this morning. This is a bummer. This is like a 7:30, 100, 200, oof. Almost $4,000 move. I'm unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Be patient here. Let's be patient. Excuse me. Because we could see this come down to the value area low. Because technically, if you look at the range chart, we're stuck in a range. Yeah, we did come down below here, but value has not closed below, so we're like, oh, sorry. Yep. Bummer. Man, that's a bummer. Oh, shit. That was weird. Oh, there's probably some news going on. I'm just gonna close my position. I'm just afraid something's gonna happen here. There's news going on for sure here. I didn't even check the news. There's probably some sort of big news going on for sure. That's what I'm thinking is happening. Let me see. I think we'll still go up, but maybe not. I don't see anything. So maybe what we're seeing is just some volatility. Yeah, that would have been good. Holy moly. Oh my god. That's disgusting. I had the right entry and the right... Bummer. I was entered down here. I exited prematurely because I thought there was news going on. Would have been 100 points. Fuck, go back to 200 points. Bummer. Bummer. That was crazy. Bummer. I should never exited. Man, that's crazy. So we're pushing above value for sure. That's a really bummer. This would have been a fantastic job. Yeah. Yeah, if I would have been smart enough to stay in this trade, I would have... Oh, that would have been a great trade. would have been at least 150 points. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to stress over it. I didn't think it was going to be that crazy in the morning, but just like that. Holy hell. Oh, that's fucking gay. That was crazy. I don't like this volatility. This volatility is no good. This is a huge stop losses, which is, I'm just bummed out that I had to fucking exit that trade early. If this gets hit, I'm in trouble. Damn. Oh, I'm already down $1,400 in 2 trades. That's crazy. If we close back above here, we'll be good. Ugh, damn, this is rough. This is wild. This is wild price action. We'll see. I did not expect to take 2 big stop losses like that. This is just crazy. If we continue to push higher, we'll be okay. This is just wild price action. I don't like this. I mean, this could catch into a crazy trade. We can go all the way up to this previous point of control, which I think we probably will go to. And if we look on the go here, we'll just keep protecting ourselves, recover all this. We could go all the way up here. Protect underneath there. We're getting some aggressive sells. We could protect underneath here. We'll just keep protecting ourselves quickly because this could reverse in an instant. We protect ourselves underneath there. I don't like this. I don't like this. I mean, I like the price movement when you're on the right side, but the stop losses are like $1,000. And this is only on a 1 minute candle, which is crazy. But we could go even higher. We could even go up to here, 168, which I have a strong feeling it's probably going to go past that. Yeah, we're probably going to go up to here, which is right here, this value low. That's exactly what we're going to go up to. So we're above value, so this is probably going to keep going for sure. What we can do here is we can protect ourselves underneath here. Because if this continues to go, then at least I pulling $400+, so. But I wouldn't drop it much below this because we've already respected this, and if it starts to drop, then. But most likely we're going to go higher. And we could, yeah, just go. We're getting more aggressive buying here. So we're probably going to go at least up to here. And what I'll probably do is, I'll just exit here if this, yeah, up 430. Okay, I'm back in the profit. That was crazy. So what I can do is I can put another buy limit order here, or buy stop order here. If we do end up breaking back here, because we're going to go even higher. Yeah, we're going to put one right above this area. If we break above. Because this could get nasty. In either direction. And I'm risking a good amount. To make about 2,000 here. 7, 14, 21. We'll go 2,100. If it does. It might be in the minus again. Minus 300 again. Holy moly. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I thought we were going to get some absorption here, and we had to close above that. So I thought, okay, this was going to go higher. But we failed to close here. So I still think we're going to go up to these areas here. But let's see. Let's see how it looks like here. I'm going to put one buy stop here because if we failed sells here and we close back above, I think we're going to move higher. Man, let me just We'll go here. We'll put it above here if we can close back above. We'll try one more time here. If not, we're going to go towards a POC. And this might fail here because we had a bunch of buys, and I thought right here we were going to pick back up, and it failed. So if we can close back here, and there's absorption. Damn, this is crazy. This is a wild day. Volatility is nuts here. I don't know if it's the news, if there's something going on with Iran, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of, that there's possibly like maybe something like that going on. I'm just going to close this because we weren't able to close below there. So. You're getting aggressive sells here on the POC. So if they close this above here, if they close above here, then we could go, yeah, they're looking like their sells are kicking in here now. Yeah, they're definitely. I should have gone short here. So technically, we could see it go below the value area low before we could see it go higher. And if we look on the TPO chart, we did come into this area. So we could see a sell-off. Just do the CBD. I could take sells, but I want to see what happens here. This could be a good reactionary buy here. I'm going to take a small order here. And my take profit's going to be up here. We're gonna put our stop loss quick, just because of how this is moving. We're just gonna protect ourselves early, and then we'll just trail hard again. Because this right now, we're getting a lot of salary, but we're definitely building on the top of the volume profile. So where you might see that if this closes above this, you're gonna see a large expansion up. Oh yeah. I could at least recover all my loss here. And if we fail here, then we could see a nice drop. But I think we're going to see a expansion up to here at least. And this was previous days, not previous days. I think it's Monday's point of control, or Tuesday. And we can see, we can put this here. At some point, once we close above that, if we close, we can protect ourselves below the sells. And this could be a $4,000 trade. We got to break above the value high here. I'm going to just remove this because I don't need this no more. Look at that. Let's go. If I hit this trade, I'll be one and done. This will be it. These days scare the shit out of me. Honestly, I don't like these massive, what is it, freaking 100-point candles on. Hold the blow here. Because if this fails here, like we've seen, like what we just saw right now, This is not good because we're at the value high. So if they cannot, if this still is too expensive for the buyers, then we're going to see this fall probably back below the value low. But we could see, I want to see this hold up here. And if we see this hold up and we push above, like I said, this area, then I'll go and take profit for sure. This will be a massive trade. You don't get days like this very often, so you got to capitalize. I'm going to give myself room, so. And you don't want to be, even though you're up in profit, you don't want to be trailing too tight. I want to trail it as I should. So what we did is we're testing the top of the value area again. And the thing was we expanded this morning, so we're technically out of balance. We're trying to find balance here at the top here, but which we could, but I think we're going to go up to that old point of control. That's where a lot of volume sits. That's going to be a magnet, and we haven't touched it yet, so they're going to, I'm pretty sure they're building orders down here to touch that area. So we'll see if this closes back above here. Oh, solid. Yeah. If we get these buy orders here, aggression, and we see the CVD growing, this could be really good. And if it closes back above here, I can put my trailing right above here. Right above here. That's what I can do. Because we could see value just continue to push higher. Put it above here. Then we can keep on trailing this hard. We'll at least go to this point of control. And we could push it even higher and protect ourselves underneath here. So we're guaranteed if we win this trade, no matter what, win it or hit out here, I'm be done for the day. On this account, at least. I'll maybe trade one more other account, but I'll be done on this account. Protect ourselves underneath there. Man, this will be my biggest trade yet. And we could actually see this. If this breaks, we could see this actually expand even higher. So maybe what I'll do here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually, let's see how far we can go. Let's see if we can go for like a $5,000 trade. And I'll just trail it hard. There's some resistance up here in this area right here. This is where buyers, it's becoming too expensive for buyers. I want to see this push above here because this could be a massive trade. If we break back above this and CVD grows, but it's not growing, there's a lot of resistance in this area. If this grows back above here, like we see, fuck, this could be massive. I just wish I would have caught that first long, and then even though this long is great, I recovered from being what, 1,400 down to up almost. Yeah, they're having a lot of resistance up here. You can see the CVD growing. Okay, so realistically, I'll put it below there, just so I give myself some room, because this is where buying took and then last selling failed. So and like I said, if they hold this and this pushes above, we're gonna see a nice right up to this area, up into here, and then maybe I'll get out with. I'll get out there maybe. But we're seeing CVD again getting strong. I know there's no follow through right here, so there's a lot of absorption going on. So this is not a bad thing. This could actually turn into our favor again if they hold this area. And there it is, 1500. I call that a good trade. Whew. You can see CVD is growing again. I could have taken a trade here and just all the way up to here at this point. I'm gonna go for a small scalp up here. We'll go here. We'll just risk. And then we'll go all the way up here. 1600 up here. Yeah, I knew it. It barely knocked me out too. We're gonna go all the way up here. What we'll do is we'll move our stop early, because if this auction fails here, then if this auction fails, then I don't want to be in the trade. Right at the top here. Yeah, I don't want to be in this trade at this point because we failed auction here. Even though it could still work out, we could absorb here and go up higher, but nah. It should have blown past that area for the auction. But if we get C absorption here, then yeah, it's gonna push higher. But I don't want to risk this at this point. I'm already at 1500. I'll probably just call it here on this account and then maybe trade my other account. Oh. So what we could do here is we could draw a compression zone just to kind of see where we're at. Just remove this. Try a little trade here. We'll go here. We'll basically risk. We'll just this that to make 2200. All right.
Well, that account I won't. Yeah, I think I'm done on that account. I don't want to. Might maybe take one more, but at that point, you can see the CVD is starting to. It's getting absorbed here for sure. I think we're going to test the high of the day again. Oof. Okay. Not good. Damn, not good. I'll be in the negative now. If we get absorption here, I'll be okay, but I should have never traded that account. Other account. Damn it. We're getting strong. Yeah. We're technically at the volume. So if we have a. Yeah. Probably should have taken sells here. When we saw that absorption happen at the top. This would have been a great trade. It's technically value area low here. So we'll see buys kicking right here. I might take a buy down here.
Oh, hello, Pants.
I did not want that there. You got creamer? Oh, nice. I did not want that. I should probably just close this early. I should have taken the trade right above here. Yeah, that was not smart. A small stop here. And technically the buyer low. I should have waited for the buyer low. Yeah. We'll see. This could bounce here since we're already super bullish. Yeah. I'll put another buy order here because we'll see an expansion move up here. And then what I'll do is I'll move my stop to break even quickly again. Just because how price is moving. This would be the area of resistance. And then what I could do is protect myself underneath here, recover more than half my loss. I just wish I would have waited. This could have been a very good day. I think it's going to turn into a very good day, but at least protect myself early. 4:30. This is the POC technically. We go down to the value area, but because we can see go to 3,000. And then we could do underneath here, at least recover everything at this point, plus some. But you can see this is going to turn into an absolutely fantastic trade. Do it below here and recover everything pretty much if it does come down. If not, this blows past this. above value area high, then we can add a contract in here and then continue to move it higher, and then just literally just trail hard. But we're going above the PLC and we're taking above the value area high, so value's shifting again and they want to take it higher if that's the case. If it doesn't reject here at the PLC, which we could get a rejection. I would love to see this blow past this area, because we did hit resistance here, blow past this, gain momentum here, and then climb up here, and then we add contracts in, and then we could trail it up. At that point, we at least recovered all our losses again. I'm going to place one more order here. I'm going to take that off because we're starting to sell off a little bit here. Place one order here. Let's see if it breaks above. Then we'll place one buy stop order here and see if it breaks above there. And then we'll do this. We'll move to break even once we close above this. We're just going to protect ourselves early, just because we don't want this to turn into something where we just start to tank and we lose profit here. But we're going to see this expansion, I think, into here. Yeah, the buyers, they're not done. And there's going to be resistance here again, so we have to break through it. We got to see the aggressive buying breaking through it. And if we see that, then we got to be quick here, because this is a market where price is moving really fast. It's moving 40, 50 points within seconds sometimes. And then what we could do is we could move our stop underneath here at this point. Right underneath here, where aggressive sellers got absorbed here. You can see in the CVD they got absolutely absorbed. And we should see it push above value area high. I want to see aggressiveness up here and then up into this area. They're going to get really aggressive when it gets to this area. That's if we get to that area. Oh, my hands are freezing. And I got to be quick. I got to move it to break even immediately once we see the push above this area. All right, then we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Oop. And we could do this. And we can just trail it. And we're seeing the aggression push up. They're willing to put their foot in the gas. And we could go even higher than this. We could go up to here. This has to break auction here, because we try to break it again, and then I could put it right below there. We can literally go but I want to see this break auction and then put their foot in the gas and push higher. Then what we can do is we can put underneath here. This is where buyers. So at least get back $1,000 out of here. And this is really good. Then I can move it up to back above here. Once we close above there. If we close above that auction, that's where I can move it. But right now, we keep it here. We keep ourselves protected in profit. Because we want to see this push into this areas. And buyers, the CBD is starting to grow here. So if we see this auction succeed and it pushes higher, then this could be a very good move. If not, yeah, we take the $1,000. What I'll do is I could put it underneath here because this is where sellers, if we close back above here. So what I'll do here is we'll put this a little bit in profit so we have some room. But sellers definitely won the auction there. And then we have buyers stepping in right here, right at this area. So we should see it push higher. We just got to be very smart here. Then what we could do is we can move our stop here. Underneath here. We can go under where sellers last aggressively got taken out. And this is why I wanted to stay in this trade, because I feel like this is going to explode to the top. And we'll see if auction continues above the high. Right here is where we're starting to kind of dissipate. So either way, I walk away with 1,200 at this point underneath the aggressive sells. Or this pushes all the way up to, it could go all the way up to here. I can hit a $6,000. This would be a massive trade. And we'll see a bunch of aggression when we get up here. You should see the squeeze if the buyers are 100% serious, because if you look at the TPO chart from here, we're pushing above value. So we're going to fill into this area, which I think this is right here at 197. Oh, that's even higher. I don't know where this one's at, somewhere above here, but we could go all the way up to here at 395. That'd be a crazy day, but oh, my hands. And what we could do is we could put one contract here. No, you know what? And then what we do is we control this, 1,800. And we're going to continue to push. I'm going to put underneath here. We're just going to keep trailing this. Let's be smart. We're going to put underneath here. We're just going to trail it tight. Because if this auction fails here, then all right, there it is. Not bad. Right to the area I talked about. And I think we're going to go all the way up to this. But All right, we're done on this one. 3,000 on that one. We'll do one of these accounts. Massive day. We can do one of these just on this other account. Close that. We'll see what happens here. So, okay, great. Up 3,000 on one. And this one, it's cold. We'll do a small risk on this. Oh, my back. All right, and we're seeing auction push higher. We're seeing aggressive buyers. We got to see auction continue on this one. Then I can hit 1,000 on this account. I think we could have got up here, to be honest. I think that's where we're headed. It may not be for the next couple hours, but that's why I'm just going to take profit at this point. And now what we're going to do, we're going to move our stop loss to break even quick, because if auction fails here, we're going to go down further. And if not, we trail this. Right now we're failing. It's starting to wick away from all those big buy orders at the top. But even then, we have ourselves protected quickly. And we don't want to risk here, because if we risk here, we got to be smart. If we break this again, auction's going to continue higher. And then we'll get more aggressive buyers here at the top. Then what we could do is we can move our stop below here. Yep. And I was right. My whole mechanics, everything was right. Oh, my hands are freezing. It's cold out here. It's like 35 degrees, 37 degrees or something like that. Sun's starting to come out though. I think we're going to go to that 160 area. That's what they're aiming for. This was an old value area high from a while ago that I have marked out. If this fails, we push higher. I could move it up even further. So we can move it below here. Not too shabby. I could have got another. I was on two cons. It probably could have been another $2,000 here. And right here, we're seeing a little bit of auction failing up here. We saw a buy and it quickly pulled back down. So we'll probably get knocked out here because sellers are starting to sell in this area, or buyers are becoming a little too expensive. But we're out of value, so they're going to try to find value. So I don't know where they're going to find that. It's either going to be up here at that red line where the old value are high, or we can go. You look at here. Oh, we're at a high here. That's why. 129. So I'll take that. So 401, up 3,000 another. So we're pretty much up 3,400. I need to get coffee. Yeah, we're going to keep pushing higher. And then what I'd like to do here, I'm going to change some things because I know we can do cash session here. We can go. We can go settings for the profile, and we can go custom date, start time. Value area, plot settings. I'll leave it here. Let's try this. I just want to mess around with this real quick. Just do New York session. It's 12:30, 13:30. Let's go 13. Let's apply right here real quick. And we're going to push higher. Not bad. 401, another 3,000, another. That's up 3,000 this count again. So we're crushing it. I could have done a massive day today. Yeah. I had an order. It was kind of unfortunate. I would have been up big, but I had an order that was set right here, somewhere right around here. It was right here. And this could have been, that would have been 2,000, almost 3,000 or $4,000 right there. And you don't get days like these today. I think because due to the Iran conflict, all this stuff going on, the market's just kind of all over the place and just moving quickly. So we're all good. I think it's good. We maybe take one more trade, try to max out this account, and then, yeah, we'll see. I think we're going to keep pushing higher. And the reason why I kind of knew it was going to be an up day and took longs was, if you look at value, we closed above value here. we closed right in the point of control here. We ended right in the point of control here, but we're still above value. We still haven't tapped into this value, and then today we're closing above value. So and we went value high from that one day. I think that's where we had resistance 68, which is, yeah, right around here. This is where we had resistance from the value high. So that's why it sold off here. And then we closed on above value again. So the value is shifting again. They're willing to pay a higher price. We'll see how today closes. But as of right now, we're definitely keep on pushing higher. And this is where it became cheap. Oh, no, I don't want that. This is where it became cheap down here. These areas were where they bought. That's where it became cheap. And what did they do? They took value higher. So that's just a key understanding of market dynamics and how it works on a day-to-day. I'm gonna get a coffee. I will be right back. Crazy day. I did not expect this for a Friday. You don't get like moves like on a 1 minute candle that are 300 points. Damn near. Like this morning, you got to move from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Within 11 minutes, we moved from, let's say right here where we started, 11 minutes, we moved from 713 all the way up to 933. So 200 points within 11 minutes. That's pretty outlandish and crazy. I had my original target up here. We could even go somewhere as high as up here today. I would not be surprised. Just the way market's moving, I could hold on to this position and just kept on adding to it, or releasing some contracts here and just continue trailing. But yeah, at this point, I'll collect profit. And the less time I'm in the market, I mean, I've only been trading today for a little over an hour and 15 minutes, and I made over $3,000. Yeah, if I could do that and just be smart with my risk and continue to do what I do, not overtrade. I'll make a coffee. We're kind of in an adult area. Oh. All right, I'm gonna take a small intermission real quick here. I just gotta set up some things on my back end so I can't show some passwords real quick. Give me 1 sec, okay? Sorry, guys. I'm just setting up some things real quick here. Um, on my back end, I want to show you guys a couple things real quick. This is what we hit today. We're up 3,000. I just got to set up a couple things on my back end, and then I'll be back right here streaming. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna go into a slight intermission, but Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry, had to do a couple things. Let's see what we got here. I apologize, everyone. This is going to be a good area right here, value low. This is where value is currently at. We'll see if it holds. And we'll see how the market reacts down here. Hopefully I can catch possibly a nice move. We'll just have to wait and see. So I gotta get a new chair this week. That's the next thing. I don't know why, but I I need to invest in some better comfortability, especially since I'm sitting here sometimes a couple hours a day. This was an old gaming chair from way back that I just found in storage and used. I gotta get some better. The thing is I gotta invest because my back. I've been hurting my back more, and I think it's due to this chair. I heard it lifting, and I don't know if it's the sitting and the way my back is arched against this thing is just not good. It's not meant to be. Oops, excuse me. It's not meant to be. This is meant to be laid back into. I'm like leaning forward. So let me look up some gaming chairs. I like to go to Costco. Costco always has really good gaming chairs for a decent price. Sometimes Best Buy too. But let's see what we got here. See what the reviews are here. Oh, there is no reviews. All right, let me see. This chair is called a DPS. Encode. Oh, damn. DPS. Encode. 3D inside gaming chair. Let's see how it's looking. They have it on. Oh, they have it on Amazon. We'll just see what the reviews are here. That's the best way. Wow. Let's see what the reviews. I just want to see how what people say about it. Yeah, I try to find. Let me see what else Costco has, because Costco has some decent gaming chairs. I know you could buy like the really nice ones and spend $600-700, but do I really want to spend that much on something? This is a couple $100, and I need something with wheels. And this will probably. I just want to see the reviews on. Let me see member reviews. Let's see what they got. Yeah, okay. And then the other area that I like to go is Best Buy. Best Buy. Let's look it up together. I know it's not trading related, but is going to help my back. And we're actually looking like we might get a move here. Hold on a sec. We'll look this up after. So we're going to get aggressive selling back into this value area low. We're going to see if this holds, or if, and the reason why I say this is probably not going to hold is because we are getting, if you look at the CVD here, it is already divergent and we're coming down to the value area low. If we get some sort of aggressive buying there, we haven't quite, we did touch it, I think. Yeah, we tapped into it. Let's see what happens though. This is going to be a good area to take another long. So we'll just keep an eye out for this area right here. This is where buyers bought last time, right in this area. So we either want to see a aggressive buying right into this area, or well, okay, well maybe not. Or absorption, which you would see right here. It just didn't quite happen. It happened slightly above it, but it could be because buyers are already there. Yeah, I want to see it tap into this area though, a little heavier. And I don't want to take it on this account because I'm all done on that account. I don't want to trade that one anymore. We're already up $3 grand. There's no point in trading that. It's like risking more profit for maybe another, I don't know. I could get another couple thousand out of there, but that's something I really want to do. If there's a great setup, maybe. But it's really not worth the risking my profits more than what I need to. And the morning's already done, so there's no point in taking this and trying to trade more after the best moves. I'm just trying to trade this count because I'm already at 400. I'll try to get it to 1,000, which shouldn't be too hard. And the reason is because these counts have, this one in particular has a consistency rule, so I gotta keep it under, like, right around $1,000 because that's usually what I can make every day on the NASDAQ if I'm winning. And I don't want to, like, these type of days would kill you if you make like a $3,000 move and then now you have to, your best day has to be under 40% of your profits and you have to continue to stack wins. So it just becomes harder. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, we're into this area that I'm talking about. If we can see some sort of aggression on the buy side, then If we break back above this, I'll take a long. And we'll just do a little stop loss back above here where the aggression sold off. They try to sell it off, and then we'll just go. I really can't get more than. I'll just go up to this range. Basically risking 2 to 1. You had aggressive sellers, and so far they kind of got held up here. We'll see if this area gets held better, but I drew the value at low right here, and this was the point where I knew buyers would probably start to step in again because price became cheap, I guess you would say. And then you have your point of control. There's a long way for the point of control. So you have point of control. You could ride this all the way up here. If you don't have a consistency rule in yours, this could be a great trade. You could 1 to 8 probably trade if you go up to here, 1 to 6. So you go here. So we'll stop below here. And you can target this if you wanted to. Yeah, 1 to 8 about. The chances of this playing out are actually on the higher end, I would say, but it would all see how this reaction here. This is perfect. And then, yeah, 675. Let's put me at. Yeah, I'll get out here because I have a consistency rule. There it is, 1100. All right. If you want to play this out, though, this is going to be the trade that I think will be actually a very good trade, just in terms of your entry would have been like right there above that. Your stop loss would have been right below that, and your target would have been up there. So that's where my entry was. And look at that. This is just classic value area low. We've expanded off the high, so the main area they're going to buy is right here. And look what happens. We bought here. And this is going to hit take profit quickly. I think it's going to hit it very quickly. Look at this. Aggressive buying all the way up. CVD. And then we had a CVD divergence over here. So sellers got to a point where they got exhausted. They try to sell. They got absolutely absorbed. And then we put an entry right above the absorption. Takes off. Up to there. Like I said, this could be a 1 to 8, 1 to 7, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So we have some background noise here. How do I get rid of that? I think it's OBS. So testing. All right, I think that's pretty good right there. Right around there, so it picks up not the background noise. We'll just put it this way. Properties. Let's go to filters real quick. I just want to see what type of filters they have. Add audio. Noise suppression. Okay. I'm gonna figure that out. I know there's kind of like a slight noise, and I gotta get rid of that. Hey Tay. Good morning, babe. How you doing, love? Oh, she just went to go to the gym, babe. Oh, Ro. You love your kitty. You love Rolo? Yeah, you'd already be moved to break even at this point. These Blue Guardian accounts are actually extremely nice. They have $2,500 in drawdown, which is more than most for a 50K account. And the only thing that I dislike, if they had no consistency rule on the funded at least, that would be the best prop firm in terms of like rule wise based. Because they have the one thing they do have that is a $1,250, 1250 stop at the end of the day. So if you hit 1250 at your breach your account, then you have to reset. So you could set a risk manager. I know there's a lot of risk managers here that you can. I think on Deep Charts we have one as well. Let's do this real quick. I think there is like something along here. Trading. I forgot how that. There's some sort of risk manager that you can find. I know you have to find it somewhere, but. Yes, babe. Yeah, love. Ice cream. I got donuts for the morning. You want some donuts? Are your feet cold? Are they cold? What happened?
Black socks.
Your black socks? Here.
It's in mommy's room.
Look, you're on camera. Want some black socks? Yeah? What's this? Is stamp? You put stamps on you?
Say.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did you wake up? You slept good? Yeah?
I wanna go get one more ice cream.
Ice cream?
Yeah.
In the morning?
Yeah.
You eat breakfast first with ice cream.
No.
No? Okay. Alright, here. Let me get your black socks, okay?
After
breakfast?
After.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna sit right here.
Whoa.
Sit right there, okay? You're in control of my cockpit. Oh, this is looking like a great trade. Ugh. Here. Put it. Better. More comfortable. More comfy, huh? Feet are nice and warm, huh?
I want these socks.
Everything feel good, huh? Alright, let's go get some food.
One ice cream first.
Come on. Man, that's unfortunate. I had the right trade set up. Sorry, guys. I should have taken my other account too. This would have been $25. Wow. And it would have hit. Bummer. I should have taken that one. Sorry, guys. I'm just grabbing some stuff. I did take the small scalp on one of my accounts, but I should have. My other account was already freaked out. I just don't want to trade anymore. Damn. This is like completely understanding auction market theory. So we break above the high, right? So value shifted at this point. You're not traditional. Your daily value area low is way down here. Never gonna hit, right? So what you do is you draw a volume profile from the last point where we broke the high. So we didn't make a low here. We broke the high. So you draw a point from there to the high. And what do we get? We get this right here. Value area low down here. Sorry. And I had this marked out right before this even hit. You can take a look at back in my video. I waited for some sort of buying aggression, which I didn't quite get. I got selling absorption with a candle right here that closed above. And you would enter there. Stop loss goes below there. And then your take profit would be the point of control. Because it could bounce here and go further down. But at this point, 1 to 7 risk reward. This was an absolutely phenomenal trade. $355. I should have risked this on my other account, even though I'm up. I just was up 3,000. I don't want to risk it. This would have been at least a $2,500 trade, which is kind of unfortunate because that would have put me up at what? It would have been my biggest day yet. Would have been 40, 4,500, 54, almost $6,000. About 5,500. Yeah, almost $6,000. It was like 5,400. It is what it is, though. I mean, it's unfortunate. I called it out. If I'm going to do it, I have to have the risk that's willing to do it. And there would have hit right there. It would have taken only us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. About 15 minutes. 16 minutes to hit. And that would have put us up fat for the day. I mean, we would have been up almost $6,000. That would have been a massive day. So, you know, it's part of it. I had a great call down there. I've had some really good trades today. But this was an easy trade. This one was very simple. We tapped into it here almost. We didn't quite tap into it. Then once we tapped into it and sellers got absorbed here and then closed above there, that was your entry point. And then your exits right here, which is a perfect exit. Right where most volume sits. So I missed this, even though I'm up $2,100. This would have been almost $6,000 in this account. I did catch it on this account, just a small scout, but I have a consistency rule on one of these, so on these funded. So I gotta make sure I'm aware of that, and I can only do more or less $1,000, $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 at most. Because if you look at the consistency of the day of your profits, yeah, you can stack them up. I could have these big days, but yeah, look at this. This was called. You could go back on YouTube. I called this right when it was right here. I said this is going to come down. We're going to see some selling absorption off the value area low, and then we're going to see a nice move. And this was a 1 to 7. You could have, if you wanted to push it, you can go back to the value high because that's probably where it's going to head, which is right here. And you could have probably pushed this to a $3,000 trade. Yeah, it is what it is. I know. I probably should have took the risk. It would only have been a $355 risk on my other account to make, which I would have exited here to make $2,500, $2,600 basically. To me, that's a no-brainer. Oh, you know what it is? I think the Supreme Court of the United States just ruled that Trump's tariffs is illegal, I guess. In a 6-3 ruling, the U.S. now faces 150 billion plus tariff refunds. So that's probably what shook the market, including what's happening with Iran. So it could be a combination of those two things, and okay, that's probably where the volatility came in. That was probably one of the things to it. Damn. This was a great trade. Absolutely fantastic trade. I just know that this is starting to fizzle out. You're not going to see aggressive buying on the CVD, so this could reject right around here. But at the end of it, you know, it is what it is. I called it a beautiful trade. I'm having good setups. I was disciplined, even though I didn't take it. I could have built more profit for the day and just keep on adding. But at that point, there's how much am I willing to risk on this? You know, I could say I'm willing to risk the 900 and just to make 2,000 for today, and gave this one maybe a bullet or two if it came down and whatever. But this price action was perfect because it was moving slow, and then we got here, and then we gained steam, consolidated, had some big orders here, pushed again, had some aggressive sells, pushed above there again, and then it kept on pushing above. We had aggressive sells, pushed above, aggressive sells, pushed above, aggressive sells, pushed above, and then this is where they're starting to find a little bit of momentum here. Like I said, right around the point of control, and this could be where it's a shifting point where we could possibly sell down. And the reason I say that is because the CVD is kind of flatline as we're moving up, so there's not much pressure from the buyers in terms of volume. Yeah, nonetheless, a great day on this account. I like the my fundeds because they have no consistency. You really could just rack it up on a couple days where the market presents itself, and then yeah, it was kind of upset I missed this move. So on this account, at least I got on another one, but That puts me up for 4,000 on a day. It would have been up almost, if I would have taken on both counts. Damn, that would have put me up like 7,000 for the day. It would by far be my best day I've had. But unattached, I called the trade. It was a good trade. Other than that, there's no point in regretting this trade because I called this area out perfectly, right where this last buy area was. You don't get much more accurate than that. I mean, you can't even tell in price with just typical price action candles. You can say this is closed above. You can take it along here, but look at all these. You don't see this until you see all these aggressive sell levels and it closes above. You saw this one, but what happened? They came back and broke it again. So what happened here is we got absorbed right in this area. They tried to sell last time. Boom, buyer stepped in, and the CVD down here got huge at 832. So volume kicked up. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, those type of things happen, especially when you're up. And the problem is like you don't want to overtrade either. Even though this was a perfect pullback into this area and it wasn't strong, like usually when you see aggressive strong, you see this like 5 straight red candles that are really strong. You don't want to enter on that. This is very like subdued. You see like a couple of red candles, green candle, a couple of red candles, green candle, red candle, green candle, red candle, and then they gain control here. Boom. This is like for a buy opportunity. This is perfect. And like I said, you could have rode it up here, value high. You could have gotten a sell price $3,000 out of this. Where I think it's going to go, if we explode above this and we get aggression with follow through, I'll think it'll go up to 169. I don't see it right now because we don't have the CVD following with it. And I think they're kind of stuck in balance right now. But nonetheless, some great opportunities. It's been a great day. Look at some of these moves that were insane. This morning was kind of scaring me, not gonna lie. I was had a slight anxiety at a couple points because my stop losses were almost like 800, 900 bucks, and I got hit a couple times. And that's never fun when you have huge stop losses, and they're not even big. I know the reward's huge, but still, on accounts like these where I just don't have like if I had $100,000 in drawdown, then yeah, I'd be okay. But that's not the case. But this trade executed, called perfectly. If you took that trade, congrats. You just hit like a 1-7 risk reward on a very small risk. Yeah, been a great day though. Nonetheless, I'll probably honestly call it here because I don't want to sit in front of this computer all day, especially after having good day on all my accounts and trading good. And if I would have taken this trade on this account and just hit it, fuck, I would have been cool. I'm out. Log out. Boom. Done. That would have gave me like an additional $6,000 in drawdown just for this week, just for today, and cushion, just building a buffer. And usually I like to set I set my risk manager to where I just, if I hit 1,000 I'm out, but I didn't set it today. I'm glad I kind of didn't because I would have been down $1,400 or $1,000 and could have been like a $6,000 day. But this is good. $2,900. This was a called trade that if any of you guys took, you guys had a fantastic risk reward here. And what, $355 risk, you would have gone right above selling absorption and you would have made almost $2,600. So yeah. Oh hey Dad, how'd you do today? I did this was like a crazy day for me. I ended the day with 3,000, but I called this trade and I should have taken it. I took it on one of my other accounts, which I can only have a consistency roll on the other one, so I got to only do like roughly like $1,000 of 100. But this trade was called. It was if you look here, this is exactly what happened. We have this area where we kind of bounce, and this is where we finally broke. We never made a low, so we went low to high, lower low to the higher high right here, and then value area low right here. We had this area right here. Then we had absorption. I called it. Boom. And this would have been a 1 to 7 risk reward. You're risking 350 to make almost $2,600. So bummer. I should have took on this other account. I should have took on this account. I would have been, like I said, it would have been like a almost a $6,000 day. My biggest day by far. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I don't like this move either. This is most likely going to probably sell off because we have the CBD went flatline here. And you're getting strong aggressive sells. You could probably take a sell right here if you wanted to. Yep, this is a strong sells. And the only reason I don't like this move is because for buys is that the CBD is starting to taper off. And we're technically in value, back in value again. Hey, Tail. How'd you sleep, bud? Good. Nice. Yeah, this could be a good short right here. You could take this to here, right above there, and probably come all the way back down to here, possibly. Yeah, this is a great trade. Damn, I missed that one. Yeah, I don't want to trade this count anymore. I've already up, so. But you can see the CBD starting to taper off now. Yeah, we could sell from here to here, most likely. What a day. Yeah, Czar. What a day, dude. That shit was nuts. I don't know if you guys took that trade at the bottom. I called here, but and this one's I think is gonna be a good trade too. You could exit somewhere right around here. It'll still be probably like a couple $1,000 trade. Man, I wish I would have taken a couple more trades that were good setups. Like this is gonna be another good one, and I think I would have missed out on this one. You, like I said, you would have gone short here. On this close right here, you could have had your stop right above here. $440 to make 1 to 3 basically, almost 1 to 4. Right into this area. Oh, fantastic day, absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be right back. But if you guys took this short, I think it'll be a good short. Yeah. This one? Yeah. This one's Tom and Jerry. Good one. I like this. This is the whole cartoon. Yeah, that's right. It goes to the cat, Tom and Jerry. That's right, babe. It's empty. Yeah, I still think this has been a good sell. Damn. Man, my entries and calling is just top notch today. Get some water. My bad. Yeah, you could definitely protect yourself at this point. Yeah, Dad, that was crazy. 390. Yeah, it's literally. I missed the morning. I woke up at 6:45, 7 o'clock, and I missed the entire morning. And I did have another move here. I don't know if you guys were on, but I had a long position right here, where we closed above here, and I got scared and I moved it to break even, and it went up and broke me even, and then shot up. So I've missed a lot of good opportunities today. And I think what we're going to see is we're going to see it come down to this value area low. If this breaks this value area low here, we can see it actually fall probably down into these areas maybe. But overall, it's been absolutely fantastic day. I know the morning was super volatile. It was a little scary, but these moves and rotations have been really good, really clean. You move one direction and then they move back another. Like this was a really good, I should have taken these back-to-back moves. Oh my gosh, yeah, this would have been. You could even gone above absorption, even if you wanted to be safe. Could have gone there. That's still a 1 to 3. And this is gonna hit. Makes me want to trade it so bad, but I don't want to get into this chasing the market. This was a great move because this was breaking the high, so it was going to bounce here. We bounced, and then we saw resistance around the point of control here. And then we saw a sell-off, and the sell-off is going to go back down to this value or low of this range, you want to call it, whatever. If you draw it here, let's say you draw it there. You can even get out here if you wanted to. You can get out right there, even if you wanted to. I still think we're going to go here, but there's going to be resistance in this area right here. This is an old area. Lots of buyers. I just didn't think we're going to have this volume still like this. We're still having great moves. So this is kind of unfortunate. I should have probably taken the trade still. Like this was a short I just called right now. And yeah, not that great. Could have been up another $1,700. And the CVD, I called at the top. CVD was flatlining as we're moving up, so volume was starting to dissipate on the buy side. And the Nicholas is going to hit take profit. Yep. Right there is where your take profit would be. And we could see, if there's a nice aggressive buying here, we could see a move back up. But right now, the CVD is not telling us that, and you would have gotten out. Oh, bummer. To be honest, if we break this value low, we're going to see it come. You can see it come all the way down to possibly even here, the daily value. Yeah. Wow. That was a crazy short. Look at that. Oh my God. This is crazy. That's a bummer. That would have been a fantastic trade. If you would have still held on to this, you could have probably targeted. Honestly, you probably, if you wanted to trail it, you could target it right here. This could be almost a $5,000 trade. Yeah. That's just bomber. Bomber. So what I might do is retest this area and then go lower. But we are getting some strong buying here, so it could bounce off this area right here. Let's move that so we kind of see. Broke that. We don't need that anymore. Let's draw a line from here. That's the value low. Technically, this is the point of control now. I think we go lower. TPO chart, yeah. We went above value and then we sold off again, so. One side of the range to the other. What it might do is test this and then close this area down here below this area. But we are getting strong buying here. So if we close back above this, might even go right back up. Just since we're bullish, I don't expect a huge retracement, but I expect a. But we are, look at this, CVD's shifting now. We are getting very strong buying. So if this holds up, then this might be a good move back up top. Yeah, it's not going to be a good move. I don't want. I already missed that. Tap back into that value low and then very aggressive sells. We're going to sell through here. And they try to buy here. You can see 1, 2, 3, and they got aggressive sells again down here. Yep, and then this is where we're going to see the volatility come down. It's probably going to close this gap all the way through here. I could have taken a sell there. That would have been a good sell. Because volume's picking up. We had absorption here and closed below there, so you would have taken a sell here. I should be taking these trades. Off the value low here. I think we're going to go to here. This is on the VWAP, so we could see some support here, but I don't think we're going to see much. Yeah, and here we go. Yep, I caught tested the value low here, and then a sell all the way. We're gonna go down to the daily value low. Then we might see an end of the day, or possibly if they respect this and we move higher. But you could probably scalp somewhere right around here for a sell again right here. You can probably do somewhere right around here, right there, to this. That was the case. So now, since we broke this, what we could see is a comeback right here into this area, this low value area low, right into this area, and then we could see a sell happen here. Because what we can see is a bounce off the VWAP, come into this value area low, retest, and then sell off into this, down to this value area low. I might take that trade. But we're getting positive buying off of the VWAP. but every single chance they're getting absorbed. So this might be a good area to take a short then. If we see this, we break the value low, and then we see a, so we're on the VWAP, break the value, test the VWAP, come up here, retest the value area low, and then a sell off into this area, off to the daily value area low. I already called this short up here. If you would have still been here, if you guys are still in this position, I would just hold on to this and just trail it, because you're most likely going to hit here. This is where the initial trade took place. Up here. This could be a $6,000 trade. Oh my God. And CVDs continue to go negative, so sellers are still piling on. So if you're in this position, you could close here on the VWAP if you wanted to, but I would most likely hold. Yeah, we're gonna close below it. It wouldn't be a bad area to close here though, because you take profit here, even though you don't get this range here. This would be a good area to close on the VWAP if you're over here. But we did break structure here, so we could see up, test this, and then a fall down here. So we see, ooh, I don't want that. You can see from here. Oh no. See up to here, and then a retrace back down to here. Hello, ants. Hello, ants. Yeah, it's gonna fall again. Ah, should have taken the short here. We're coming back to where most volumes traded. Okay. Yeah, so this is kind of unfortunate, even though I should have taken that trade.
What time did you get in last night?
Hmm?
What time did you get in last night?
12:45. 12:45. No, I got off an hour early.
Leo still sleeping?
Hmm?
Leo still sleeping?
No, I woke up. I'm up. Huh? He's in the room. I'm up 3,000, but I should have taken two. I just was like, I'm gonna call it a day. I called the trade right after. I was like, okay, this is gonna go up to this point. Would have been another 2,700, and then I called another trade after that I didn't take. Would have been another 1,800. Would have been my biggest day ever, for a total of. I would have been up like 7,000 today. But yeah, shitty. And this would have this I might take here if we come up to the value, then I might take this down, because it might come up here, test, and then come down. Yeah, that's right where the value low is, right here. I'm just gonna remove that because I don't need that anymore.
No, that was yesterday. And then Mom said no. Yesterday she said
Is there water in there, Annie? All right, so this is what I want to see here. I know we're off the point of control. I want to see a test in this value low. I might take this. I know I'm already up, and I know this could turn ugly, but I'm willing to risk what $400, $500 my profit to make more. And I should have done it here. I should have done it here. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what you get when you don't take the risk sometimes, and the opportunity presents itself.
Let me call you right back. Rest is calling me.
Could see it come up to this area right here. Honestly, this is the area I want to look at. Comes up here and then retest. So but I don't know if it's going to come up there. It's just we're getting strong, aggressive selling, and this is going to come into the value low. Oh. Oh man, this was such a fantastic trade right here.
And then you were calling, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. Because I feel bad. I missed all your calls. I ended up going to the gym this morning, and so in the class, yeah. And so, shit, like I missed your call phone. So I was like, "Sorry, Dad. Jessica's calling me. I gotta call you back."
Excuse me. Could take this move up to here, but it's selling off still. It's not worth it unless we close back above here. I'm gonna take this one right here. Stop loss will go right below here. Or it's 500 here. And we'll take profit right here. And what I'll do is I'll move my stop quick. We'll move it there. We'll keep it. Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that. Ah. Because we're getting strong buying. Ah, I should have waited. Bummer. All right, we'll see here. We'll go here. And close right above here. If we close back over here, I'll move my stop to break even. Because we had absorption here. We had follow through on the buy so far. We're having some selling pressure, but I think this would be a good area to take along. Right where the point of control, where there's lots of volume. And we could go where you're seeing selling kick back up again, so we'll see. If we close back up here, I can move my stop to break even. And there we go. Now I can move my stop to break even here. We'll probably come all the way back up to this area. We'll go right here. If it does. If it starts to explode here. And these are all strong buyers, so if they follow through here and we get a nice strong push, then we'll be all right. But if there's selling reaction here like this, then this could be bad. Not bad. We'll see what happens on the VWAP here, because they might try to sell the VWAP again on the test. And what I could do is I can put my stop order right above here so I can lock in 245 no matter what. I'm gonna do that. Lock in 245 no matter what. And we're getting strong buying. This is really good. I think I got the perfect entry again. Yeah. If this $2,000 trade hits, then I'll be up about $5 grand on the day. We'll see how the VWAP, how it holds up here, but we are getting some absorption up here, so if it closes back above here, I can move it below here if we get the buying here on the VWAP. But I had a good entry here, and I think this is a solid place to hold the trade, and hopefully go back up to like value area low. We could go all the way up to here. But even then, I'll hold it there, and if it closes back below here, I'll be out of the trade. I don't want to be in this trade at this point where the aggressive sellers are at the VWAP. But if they get absorbed and we close back above this area on 952, we'll see the expansion up into this area at 984. And hopefully, we'll see. I should have been taking the trades beforehand on those ones, but we'll see if they get absorbed or not here at the VWAP. Because the VWAP's that's where there's going to be sellers that are going to be trying to do the retest, but they also could get burnt out here. Sellers could be trying to retest and go down lower to the value low. If they get taken out here, then it's going to expand. So I'll be up over $3,100, $3,200 no matter what on this, and if not, then I'll be up like $5 grand. It'll be probably my biggest day I've ever had, and it should have been by far my biggest day I've ever had. Today's a day where I'm reading price action, I'm dancing with the market, and I should have been taking these trades early on. I just didn't think we'd have so much volume and volatility in the market, especially after these massive moves. You'd think that it would start to slow down, but we'll see if it holds here. And it looks like sellers are getting a little bit absorbed here. We'll see if that follows through. Yeah, I got coffee. Thank you. And we should, if this closes back above here, we should be okay. Sellers will be getting absorbed here. And this could very well go back. It'll go up into this range again, but we could even very well go back up to the high. Just knowing where buyers are going to put their orders again. And we could close back above that. We can do it there. 355. Jesus, this is moving. Nice. We can go below here. Lock in 600. No matter what. And let's see if sellers engage here and if they actually follow through. Because CVD is not moving up, but they are getting absorbed. The real area where there's going to be resistance is right here, between these areas. But there's strong selling here, so if we close back above here, then we'll be okay. What size order is this? 100 contracts. Yeah, there's quite a bit of selling contracts here. We'll see if they get absorbed here. We're right above the VWAP, so they could be selling above the VWAP back down to value area low for the day. But if we see this get absorbed up here and close back above, buyers, if the buyers hold and we close above, then I'll just continue to move my stop and we'll just continue riding this. I think I've called every single swing so far. Yep, you're getting strong buying again. So what we could do is once this closes above here, keep building profits for the day. If this fails here, then I'll get out here with 775. Most likely it's going to knock me out here. Oh, it hasn't yet. There it is. All right, 3,700. We're building it up. So the next play I want to do is a short up here. We drop out the value low somewhere up here. And that's a good area. I'm glad I got out there. Let's see if we can get to like keep on building this and just hitting the right setups. Aggressive selling here again. And CVD is falling heavily, so if we get absorbed here, then we could see a nice move up again. But right now, for longs, possibly value or low. We'll see if how that respects on the daily. And we're seeing some absorption here, so this is good. Man, what a day. What a day. So we see it close back above here. want to see if this gets absorbed or not. Yeah, this would be a good area to see if absorption happens. And they could have gotten absorbed here, and they could close back below here. But we're on the VWAP, so there's definitely a lot of buying and selling going on here for sure. And you wouldn't want to take a buy unless it got probably above this area right here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We'll go here. Take profit will be up here. And we will risk our profits for this, because we should get a nice close above. Once we close above that, I can move my stop to break even. We'll move it to break even. Right there. They're trying to sell this point again. We'll see. The CBD is getting stronger, so we could even go possibly all the way up to value area high, which could go up to here. I'm going to put a long-term target. I'm going to trail this if it ends up moving, if it breaks out of this range, and then we get a strong push, then possibly. Because we could see a nice expansion move up. And that will put us up at 4,200. 6,200 is my biggest day. It's almost my biggest day already. I think 3,500 to 4,000 was 4,000 my biggest day. I think it was ever. And that's if we close above this. If this ends up getting respected. But CBD is building here, and you can see we close back above the VWAP. Hopefully this has a nice push. If we get a nice push above here into this area and we break above this, then we could see this fill all the way back up. Because buyers could be stepping in heavily here. But if we reject here at this area and we can't close above this, then yeah, we're going to come back and break even. And most likely that's what's going to happen here. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Ooh. try this one more time. And I missed it. Oh well. Holy moly. They could have got a bunch of orders out there. Right below that. And then we could move, once we break back above here, we can move to break even. If we close above this, we can move to break even. Because buyers are getting absorbed here. We can have this right here. This will be the last point. Move there, we break even. That's what I like to see. Alright, we can move to break even here once we close back above there. I'm going to move it there at this point. This will be the final push to... Either they hold this up or it just breaks down. One of the two. The test on this area, yep. That's going to be the final point where buyers will step in even heavier if they get aggressive again. But it needs the follow through. If we see the follow through, we'll be okay. But there's a lot of resistance up here. People trying to go for the break and retest. I'm up 3,700. And we're seeing the strong buying. This is perfect. Absolutely called. And then we could build profits for the day. And then this could go back up to value area high. Or we could get out here at value area low. We'll aim for here. We'll aim for here, but we might get out here. And what we'll do here is we'll trail the aggressive buying.
Daddy.
Yes, babe?
My bed.
You what?
Daddy, look.
What happened?
My bed.
Your bed? Okay.
Yeah, my bed is messed up.
Okay, I'll take a look right now.
Hurry.
Okay, come on. Ooh. We'll see if this gets respected or if they hold up, because there's sellers up here for sure again. And maybe they might come back here and then it shoots up again. And then I can protect myself even more. But right now sellers look strong and they just reject the area heavily, so auction failed. And then I'll move this to here. I don't really care to just break me even. Yeah. it retested VWAP. So if we see it break below here, we should see the sell flush at this point. If this respects, then probably a good trade. And you can see the absorption happening right here. Absorption, absorption. Not bad. Up 3,700 now, but let's try to keep on adding profits to the day. Yep. You right?
Yeah.
On the right side of the trade. What? Oh, this is kind of unfortunate. I should have. It's on the right side of the trade again, but I didn't know if auction was gonna fail at that point. I mean, getting kind of dicey up here. So this is the area I could look for shorts up here. And the one thing is CBD's not moving in the buying favor, so that's why we had some spikes, but it didn't move consistently. Like consistently, I'm meaning like hold on, let me move this. Like this would be consistently. This would be nice. It's moving up, you know? This one, not as much. This is why I called this short, because it was flatlining. What's up, Argo? I'm doing good, man. Up 3,700 today. It should be a lot more. I called 2 banger trades that I didn't take, and hopefully whoever was on there took it. But I called a long here, and I got out. You would have gone out right around here, and then I called a short right here. Next possible area is this is the value area low. We could see a break and retest of the value area low right here. We can sell from here all the way down to here, or to the POC. You exit right here. Yeah, it's been a good day. Price action scared me in the morning because it was like super volatile, and your stop losses were like, my stop loss was like $700, $800, so it was kind of scary. I was long here too. I was long down here once, I was long right around here again. What we could see here is a rejection. I want to see what happens here. A rejection, and then possibly a soft to the point of control again. I'm kind of bummed that I got knocked out of these trades. And we did have absorption off the VWAP, so. All right, this is what I want to see up here. I want to see it. If this closes below this, this could be a fantastic short right below this area. You could put a sell stop here. If it closes back below this, and we could see, we'll see how this reacts into this level. But I want to see it close below this. If it rejects this area and then it closes below, if not, it's not worth taking a short, especially against his longs right now. They're picking up steam a little bit here, and we're on a long day, so I doubt they'll give up this much pressure. But if we see a wick and absorption and then we see it close below here, I'll take a short. I'll put a short there. Then I'll put a stop loss. I'll put a stop loss right above here. Oh, I don't know why I didn't engage. Oh my god. That was crazy. I'm gonna move it to break it. I don't know what's going on, but that was disgusting. I'm literally the market maker today. I'm calling each move, but this is I don't like the volatility here. You want to see a clean move, and I'm probably gonna get broken even. Even then, I don't want to be in this trade at this point, and how much aggression there is here. But we could close all the way down below here again at the point of control and see what happens there. But I'm just taking off value area low to hopefully this closes below here, then I'll be okay. Yeah, I don't want to be in this trade. This is wicks like galore. I think it's still being a good trade, but we'll take this one more time. We'll go stop loss above here. Right above that area. Then we'll go take profit. We'll go take profit. It is right below here. We'll go in this area. Only risking 400 bucks here. If it goes back below here, I'll move my stop to break even. I didn't prematurely mean to. I shouldn't have. I should have kept my order there, but you had a bunch of sellers. I don't know if they got washed out here and they got absorbed, which could have been for sure what happened. We'll see. I'm really willing to risk this. Not much. Even then, I'll be. Yeah, I want to go slightly above that. So 465. Hopefully, we'll see.
And the CBD's building, so it's probably a hit my stop loss, but it's all right. I'm still up, and that was for my last trade that I risked from profit. I made like $700 my last trade, so. Yeah, which is right around there. 480. And we could go to value area high, which is very possible. We'll see. I probably should have just not re-entered just due to the fact that we had a massive wick, but I'll stay in this. We'll see what happens. Oh, that was good. Because you have a ton of buyers in that area again. If we break back up with that, I don't want to be involved in this trade anymore. If we break below it and we come back down to like the 25,000 mark, this could be a really good trade. Like I said, it could be what, a $2,000 trade? Yeah, $2,100 trade. But you're seeing the CBD grow, which is not the best here, especially when you're here at the high. But here, that's a little swing, so this is exactly what I don't want to see. But we'll see. We'll see if sellers get involved. The one thing is we're not seeing any sort of aggressive buying right here yet. We could see the squeeze, and it could, yeah, it's going to punch through. Most likely, CBD's building. Yeah, this is going to be a good, probably buyers. They're probably going to bring it up here. Maybe not. Maybe it might be okay. Maybe my stop placement was perfect. I don't know. Because we're at the value area low. This is a retest. We could go down to the POC one more time. Maybe I might be okay. Maybe this might fall below here. Maybe we might see some aggression. That was like a perfect stop placement for sure. And then we'll move stop when we break this area right here. Back below. If we break this area, I'll move stop to break even at that point. There's gonna be lots of buyers. They're just trying to push this up. So I could even, it just cannot even touch this point for sure. And they could buy it here where this last aggressive sell was. But if we break below this, then this will look good. If we come down to here, I'll be okay. We have aggressive buying. If this follows through, I'll probably just exit prematurely. Yeah. We'll see how it closes. If it closes before. But we'll see. I don't know. I called the earlier setups and I should have taken those and I would have been up even fatter today, but so let's see if it closes below here, we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay if it closes below here. Right below this area. And then I could lessen my risk. If we close below, I could lessen my risk right above here at 36.25. And that will only be a $275 stop loss. If we do, right below here. All right, what I can do here now, if we close this, if this candle closes below, body below, we can move there. And we're getting aggressive sells. Wow. Okay. That was close. It got what? Within 1 or 2 points without stopping me out. But sellers are getting absorbed down here, so we'll see. We close below here. I've moved to break even. Even then, I lessened my risk now. I'm only risking 265 to make 2100. Originally I was risking what, 480, I think it was. And this is a classic break, a retest of the value area low. You know what? I'll keep it here. We'll keep the risk here. They break above here. No, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it here. We'll control our risk here. I think that's a smarter move. Because you really don't want to be on the bad end of this if it starts to climb up here. Yeah. And then once we close below here, I can move my stop to break even. Now we just got to close below there. We'll see if sellers get absorbed down here. What I'll do here is actually, I'll move it. I'll move it now. We'll protect ourselves early. Because this auction fails here and we move up, then most likely it would be a loss. And this is going to have to close further down for sure. I'd rather just protect myself. Because they could get absorbed in this area. If we close though, below here, and we close below here, we're solid. We'll be absolutely solid. Yeah, I don't want to be in this trade. CVD is still growing, and it's not looking good, so. But this could very well, it could reach me and then flush, but. I don't know. Buyers having troubles pushing this up, so damn. Whatever it may be, I think it was the right move to call. Because I don't want to see auction fail here in this area, and then we just push higher and we break above here, and then we get to move up to the value area high, which I can see definitely happening. It also could not even attempt to touch this, and it could just sell all the way down. But I've seen this before, I've seen this happen, and yeah. And this would have hit, yeah, this would have hit my stop loss for sure, most likely. So yeah, I'm glad I protected myself there. I saved myself $300 from losing. And then we're having aggressive buying, so CVD is growing. And now if we get absorption here, and we close back below somewhere here, then it could be a possible another good short. Then that would make sense. But as of right now, nah, I don't want to get in the way of buyers right now. Nor do I want to jump in here because we're right between the value area high, and there's no point in jumping into this area. I was long down here, so unfortunately this would have been, my target was like right here, I think, or somewhere right around here. So if we get absorption here, this could be a good sell right here, possibly. We can go here because we did get absorption up here, and then we can go stop loss just right above this area. $300 to risk somewhere down here at the point of control. I'll go slightly below it. We did that candle close, we did get the absorption, but this day could take it right back up, or they could find resistance here right on the value area low where I waiting for the break and retest, and then they could sell off here, and then we can move stops to break even once we close below 25,000. If it does. Big question. If it does. But we saw follow through on this candle right here. The only thing I don't like here is CVD's climbing, so if we close back below here, I could move my stop to break even at this point. Either here or I could wait till here. And it might be worth waiting till here, just so I can stay in this position and really, because once we get here, we're gonna start to close these gaps, and then you have this huge wick down here. I don't know how that's gonna play out. Yeah, we'll close. We'll stop here. If this closes below us, we'll protect ourselves here. This auction should continue to go down. If it doesn't, then and this could be a really good trade. This could have panned out like how I wanted it to. You had absorption at the top, and then you had closure where sellers are winning the auction here, but I want to see it close below this 2019 area. And then we should see the closure below 25,000. If we see the closure below 25,000, then we should see a nice sell. And we could even go down to the value area low. Possibly. This is good. All right, we got closure. Now we're protected here. We're protected. At this point, if it comes back up, cool. No point in being in this trade again. And now we're seeing the CVD starting to move in the seller's direction. So we got a better entry, even better entry, and we're protected. Now we're going to catch this point. These points are going to be where magnets for buying and selling. So we'll see how the reaction here. Because a bunch of sellers in this area right here, 25,000. This is the area they're trying to break. And this could even flush. It could even go all the way down here. We can go here, honestly. I'll keep it here for now, but if it starts to break down, then I'll just trail it hard. But this was a classic example. Value area low, we broke it, retested, finally got absorption selling there, boom, sold. I'm locked in today. Don't even care if this breaks me even at this point. It would be nice to hit a almost $3,000 trade, $22,000 trade. That'll put me up at like 5,000. Because we're probably gonna see the volatility increase right on the VWAP, and then we'll see the point of control. We'll see if that volume increases there. But we should also see whether if this doesn't aggressively, you don't get aggressive sells down here, then this might move back up. Very well could, because we got here and then there was no aggressive selling here, which tells me sellers quite aren't interested yet in bringing this down, or maybe they're not confident enough yet. Oh, Trump is about to speak. At what time? Right now? Do you know what time, Czar, and what he's speaking about? Is it about the tariffs, I'm assuming? Is he speaking right now? Or is it at 10:15? I'm assuming probably around 10:15. $50. Put us at 2,800 or 3,800. Sorry, I'm not thinking right. Yeah, because the Supreme Court ruled that the tariffs were illegal, so that could be why the market started to sell off as well after the ruling. Because that's usually now that they're gonna have a payback 150 billion or something like that. So that's a big damper on the economic plan that they had. So, and he's probably speaking right now. So if we failed, there's a bunch of buys that failed there. We are getting strong delta, but if they fail there, then this could be very good for me. Then I can move right above here at 360. We'll go there. Lock in 360. It'll put us over 4,000 no matter what. And we're getting the flush. Perfect. Perfect. It's about tariff. He's a bit late. We're going to see either this thing tank or it's just going to spike like crazy. Either way, I'll lock in 360. I'll leave it here. We have some buffer room. Even though I'm up 1,000 at this point, it's not worth touching until we see some more orders coming in. Let's see if we can pull it up here. Let's go here. Let's go here. YouTube. Nope. Let's go. Trump speech. Trump. Oh. Let's look up what's about to be talked. I need my headphones. Let's bring this up.
Unlock the world's largest, most liquid financial market with Forex.com. Forex, or FX, involves trading one currency for another. It's a big deal with a daily turnover of 7.5 trillion.
People are waiting for him to speak. I could do two things here. I could protect myself here and most likely get stopped out, or I protect my hill and hopefully catch a crazy move down. I'll do that. I'll see if I can do that. I'm already up, so there's no point in me. Gotta find my headphone, my charger.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
All right. It's not out yet, so people could be placing orders. All right, up 1,200 so far on this one. We could get the flush all the way down to even there, $3,500 trade. This could be. Trump's about to speak. All right, let's see what happens here. It should be coming out any minute, so we'll probably see the market react to this. What I could do is now protect myself above here. At least there. Okay. Market's anticipating something, I think.
So Howard and Jameson is not
Go ahead, baby.
Daddy,
Yeah?
I need to go gaga.
Okay, come on. All right, here it is.
Wow, that's a lot of people. That's a new record. We set a record every time. Well, thank you very much for being here. The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing, and I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country. I'd like to thank and congratulate Justices Thomas, Alito, and Kavanaugh
Yeah.
for their strength and wisdom and love of our
What was that?
country, which is right now very proud of
What happened?
those justices.
Ready?
When you read the dissenting opinions, there's no way that anyone can argue
We can do that too. I mean,
against them.
that's cool. You want to
There's
do
no
that?
way.
Be more
Foreign
comfortable.
countries that have been ripping us off for
Huh?
years are ecstatic.
Yeah.
They're so happy. And they're dancing in the streets, but they won't be dancing for long. That I can assure you. The Democrats on the court are thrilled, but they will automatically vote no. They're an automatic no, just like in Congress. They're an automatic no. They're against anything that makes America strong, healthy, and great again. They also are a, frankly, disgrace to our nation, those justices. They're an automatic no, no matter how good a case you have. It's a no. But you can't knock their loyalty. It's one thing you can do with some of our people.
Still
Others
good.
think they're being politically correct, which has happened before far too often with certain members of this court, and it's happened so often with this court. What a shame. Having to do with voting in particular, when in fact they're just being fools and lapdogs for the rhinos and the radical left Democrats, and not that this should have anything at all to do with it. They're very unpatriotic and disloyal to our Constitution. It's my opinion that the court has been swayed by foreign interests and a political movement that is far smaller than people would ever think. It's a small,
All right, so the
movement.
speech here.
I won by millions of votes. We won in a landslide.
Well, we
With all the cheating that went on, there was a lot of it, but we still won in a landslide. Too big to rig. But these people are obnoxious, ignorant,
Yeah,
and
son?
loud. They're very loud. And I think certain
Yeah, it's
justices are afraid of that. They don't want to do the right thing.
bummer.
They're
I
afraid
should
of
have stayed
it.
in this trade. I should have put my stop up here.
This was an
and trailed
important
it.
case to me, more as a symbol of economic national security, and also, I would say, just for our country itself, so important, because we're doing so well as a country. We've never done so well. The good news is that there are methods, practices, statutes, and authorities as recognized by the entire court in this terrible decision, and also as recognized by Congress, which they refer to, that are even stronger than the IEEPA tariffs available to me as President of the United States. And in actuality, I was very modest in my ask of other countries and businesses because I wanted to do, and it's very important. I wanted to be very well behaved because I wanted to do anything. I didn't want to do anything that would affect the decision of the court because I understand the court. I understand how they are very easily swayed. I want to be a good boy. I have very effectively utilized tariffs over the past year to make America great again. Our stock market has just recently broken 50,000 on the Dow, and simultaneously, and even more amazingly, broken 7,000 on the S&P, two numbers that everybody thought upon our landslide election victory could not be attained. Think of that. Nobody thought it was possible to do it within 4 years, and we did it in 1 year. They said you'll never be able, you'll go back and you read the geniuses, read their statements, all of the Nobel Prize winners in economics. They said, no, you couldn't do it in 4 years. Well, we didn't do it in 4 years. We did it in 1 year. We broke every record in the book, and we're continuing to do so. Tariffs have likewise been used to end 5 of the 8 wars that I settled. I settled 8 wars, whether you like it or not, including India, Pakistan, big ones, nuclear, could have been nuclear. Prime Minister of Pakistan said yesterday at the great meeting that we had, the peace board, he said yesterday that President Trump could have saved 35 million lives by getting us to stop fighting. They were getting ready to do some bad things.
Welcome to acre after acre of awesomeness at Keystone.
I don't know if that's good or
From the
bad. I think the
Broom
market's going to
Runs
react to it
Up Front
negatively,
to the
just
high
due to the
Alpine
fact that
Park
tariffs
Bowl.
were.
There's an adventure up here for all.
I know it was
Buy early.
negative to
Save up
consumers sometimes, but
$100 per lift ticket.
yes,
Illegally sending
Yes,
this
some,
poison
truth
into
there.
our country to poison our youth. All of those tariffs remain. They all remain. I don't know if you know that or not. They all remain. We're still getting them, and we will after the decision. Guess there's nobody left to appeal to. But again, those 3 people, such respect. I've had a lot of respect for them anyway, but such great respect. But other alternatives will now be used to replace the ones that the court incorrectly rejected. We have alternatives, great alternatives. Could be more money. We'll take in more money, and we'll be a lot stronger for it. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. We'll continue to do so. To show you how ridiculous the opinion is, however, the court said that I'm not allowed to charge even $1. I can't charge $1. Can't charge $1. I would have used 1 penny, but we don't make the pennies anymore. We save money. Can't charge $1 to any country under IEPA. Not $1.
What was that?
I assume to protect other
thank you.
countries. This must have been done to protect those
4,500.
other countries. Certainly not the
Climbing.
United States of America, which they should be interested in protecting.
We're not going to
That's
win a
what
trade
they're
during the
supposed to be
speech because
protecting.
it's market's
But I
undecided.
am
So
allowed to cut off any and all trade or business with that same country. In other words, I can destroy the trade. I can destroy the country. I'm even allowed to impose a foreign country destroying embargo. I can embargo. I can do anything I want, but I can't charge $1. Because that's not what it says. And that's not the way it even reads. I can do anything I want to do to them, but I can't charge any money. So I'm allowed to destroy the country, but I can't charge them a little fee. I could give them a little two-cent fee, but I cannot charge under any circumstances. I cannot
yeah, come on, love.
charge them anything. Think of that. How ridiculous is that? I'm allowed to embargo them.
I'll be right
I'm
back.
allowed to tell them you can't do business in the United States anymore. We want you out of here. But if I want to charge them $10, I can't do that. It's incorrect. Their decision's incorrect. But it doesn't matter because we have very powerful alternatives that have been approved by this decision. You know, they've been approved by the decision for those that thought they had us. And they're saying that I have the absolute right to license, but not the right to charge a license fee. So think of that. I have the right to license. It's a very powerful word. In many ways, license is more powerful than tariffs. In fact, I was thinking about using it. But they came up with the idea that I can license, just like the people that were opposing me told them to do. but not the right to charge a license fee. Think of that. Who ever heard of such a thing? What license has ever been issued without the right to charge a fee? You get a license, you charge a fee. It's automatic, but not with this court. But now the court has given me the unquestioned right to ban all sorts of things from coming into
back.
our country, to destroy foreign countries.
What y'all think about the tariffs?
But a much
News.
more powerful right than
What do you think about the speech?
many people ever thought we even had, but not the right to charge a fee. How crazy is that? Our country is the hottest country anywhere in the world right now. And it was a dead country 1.5 years ago under an incompetent president. But now I'm going to go in a different direction, probably the direction that I
This is important right here.
should have gone the first time, but I read the language. I'm very good at reading language, and it read our way 100%, but now I'll go the way I could have gone originally, which is even stronger than our original choice. As Justice Kavanaugh, whose stock has gone so well, you have to see, I'm so proud of him,
So what are you gonna say? Come on.
wrote in
Come on.
his dissent, although I firmly disagree with the court's holding today, the decision might not substantially constrain a president's ability to order tariffs going forward. So, think of that. The decision might not substantially constrain. And it doesn't, he's right. In fact, I can charge much more than I was charging. So I'm going to just start. Although I firmly disagree with the court's holding today, the decision might not substantially constrain a president's ability to order tariffs going forward. That's because
Mark's gonna
numerous
react positively to this.
other federal statutes, which is so true, authorize the president to impose tariffs and might justify most, if not all, of the tariffs
Yeah, like
issued
this.
in this case. Even more tariffs, actually. Those statutes include, think of that.
We'll see how it reacts.
Statutes include, for example, the Trade Expansion Act of 1962, Section 232. All of these things I know so well. The Trade Act of 1974, Sections 122, 201, 301. And the Tariff Act of 1930, Section 338, all clear. But it's a little bit longer process. I thought I'd make things simple, but they didn't let us do that. I would like to thank Justice Kavanaugh for his, frankly, his genius and his great ability. Very proud of that appointment. In actuality,
Add. Yeah, we'll see how the market reacts to that.
court's decision
Means he's gonna probably go ahead with
today
tariffs
made
in a different form.
president's ability to both regulate trade and impose tariffs
So I don't think much is
more
gonna change.
powerful and more crystal clear rather than less. I don't think they meant that. I'm sure they didn't. It's terrible. And to think that the Democrats who oppose this only because they want to go the opposite way, they'd like to pack the court. They want to put on 21 people. They want to pack the court, pack the Supreme Court. Maybe they should do it. Maybe it would be better off if they did it.
Oh,
They want to pack the court.
Here you go.
They want to do anything to hurt our country. There will no longer be any doubt, and the income coming in and the protection of our
Yep, Mark
companies
reacted
and
positive
country
to that.
will actually increase because of this decision.
I think because there's certainty that they know that there's still going to be the same economic costs going forward.
Based on long-standing law,
Been
and
using
hundreds
deep
of
charts since
victories,
December coming from Sierra. I
and
love
even,
it. I had
as
Sierra
pointed
too.
out
I
before,
love
even
Sierra.
thousands of
Sierra was
victories
good.
over the years.
There's a lot more free play you
To
can
the
do it.
contrary, the Supreme Court did not overrule tariffs.
Yeah, they do have an outdated
merely
website.
overruled a
There's a lot of good
particular
things about
use
Sierra.
of
Me and my dad
high-income
actually
tariffs.
we're in the process of
And
building an
essentially, it's
automated
used to get a fee.
algorithm on that
I can do anything I want with
system, and that's what it's really good for.
anything.
Let me turn this
I
down.
just can't charge. I can license. I
So
can
yeah,
charge.
we're that's what we're doing.
Can't do
Sierra is
it.
still a good platform,
Okay,
but
'cause
needs
we
some
have
tweaks. Same
other
thing with deep
ways,
charts still new.
numerous
Yeah,
other ways.
deep
The
charts.
ability to block,
I think they have a lot of good
restrict,
things on there,
license,
especially
or
with the
oppose
volume
any
bubbles and
other
the
condition
way they
or
did where they calculate that,
foreign
and
country's ability to
a
conduct
lot of their
trade
ways to
with the
to
United
draw volume
States.
profiles makes
I
it
need
easy, very straightforward. It's very
to
modern.
fully confirm by this decision.
Yeah, I like
So
both.
now
I
there's
still
no doubt,
use
because, you know, there
we
were
use
a lot of
both.
questions about tariffs.
Um,
No president was smart enough to use them to protect our country from those
Oh,
countries
this is important
and
right here. He
businesses
says
that
something.
were ripping us off. You took a look at the deficits that we had with some of these countries. It was disgraceful what they got away with for many, many decades. But now we know because this
But yeah, deep charts I
decision
love.
affirms all
It's-
those things that
I've definitely enjoyed using
some
it.
people weren't sure about. In order to protect, and it says so, in order to protect our country, a president can actually charge more tariffs than I was charging
Mark's
in
not
the
gonna like
past
this. They're not gonna like this.
period of a
What
year
he's saying.
under
Watch
the
this.
various tariffs.
It's gonna sell off
authorities.
all the way
We
down
can
here, if not lower.
Use other of the statutes,
I should have just opened
other
the short
of
there.
the tariff authorities, which have also been confirmed and are fully allowed.
Yep. didn't
Therefore,
like that.
effective immediately,
Here it is.
all national security tariffs under Section 232 and existing Section 301 tariffs, they're existing, they're there, remain in place, fully in place, and in full force and effect.
Okay.
Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122, over and above our normal tariffs already being charged. And we're also
Mark's not gonna like
initiating
this.
several Section 301 and
I don't think he's
other
gonna like this.
investigations to protect our country from unfair trading practices of other countries and companies.
They never like the
Thank
tariffs.
you for your
The market
attention
usually
to this matter, and I say quite simply, which I've said for a long time, make America great again. And interestingly, we've already made it great, so I don't have to use that, but I don't think we'll ever give up on MAGA. MAGA is always going to be with us. If you have a few questions, you can let us know. But just to end, so we're going forward, we will be able to take in more money, and there'll no longer be doubt, because there was always doubt. I know the people that brought the lawsuit, and they're sleazebags, major sleazebags, but I know them, and they're foreign country.
You gotta admit, his
centric.
humor's hilarious.
They were
Type of
sending
shit he
things
says is just
into
funny.
our country, and the people
Especially for a
representing
president.
them knew full well, but they were sending things into our country.
We'll see what happens here.
And they were beneficial to other countries, but very, very bad for us. And I stopped it, and we'll just keep it going.
We'll see
So
how
we
this
have
reacts now.
more of a, we have a totally firm decision now, and I don't think the court meant it.
Hey,
The
Tao.
court doesn't show great
How you doing, bud?
spirit toward our country, in my
shit.
opinion. A lot of bad decisions, but
Good little ass. I just hit
there are
96
usually
hours.
ways around it.
How many?
This is something we could have done, as Justice Kavanaugh
On your
said,
new
we
channel?
could have done this
Or your old one?
originally, but we're doing it now, and the numbers could be far greater than the hundreds
Growing.
of millions we've already taken in. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I'm very curious. You've
Why didn't
spoken
call
about
you in the red?
Mr. President, Justice Thomas and Alito, as you know, are the most conservative constitutional justices. Do you think that you'll get to appoint 2 more justices later this term with similar ideologies? And what type of vetting process will they go through to ensure they uphold
I don't know, but
the
they're great
Constitution?
justices. That's all I can say. And I hope they're going to be around a long time. I hope they're going to stay healthy. They're great people. They're great. And Justice Alito, too, to add to the group. These are great men.
Right.
They're with a great love of our country and a great understanding of the law.
Mr. President, are you going to ask Congress to take additional action on tariffs now? Have you
No, I
spoken
don't
to
need
your
to. It's already been approved. I mean, I would ask Congress and probably get it. When people look at the real numbers, and you look at hundreds of billions of dollars that have come into our country. Yesterday, I was at a steel plant, as you know, and went to great place, great plant, great, wonderful people. And they were telling me, I said to them, you were there, a lot of the press in this room. Of course, I don't think this plane's big enough to take the press in this room, but a lot of the press right here. We were in Georgia. And I said to the owner, I made a speech at a factory. They make steel products. And I said, how are you? Nice to meet you. How's business? President, I'd love to kiss you. This is a very powerful man. I don't want to be kissed by that man. But a very powerful, strong man. He's been in the steel business for many years. His
Type of
father
shit he
started it.
says.
And he said, sir, I want to kiss you. I said, why?
Market's
I
sideways
said,
now.
because we were
I
down
think
to working
just kind of
1
once the
hour a
speech
week,
done, they'll kind of
and then you came in and imposed tariffs.
take in
And
the
all of that
information that they
foreign
kind of
junk that they were
got from
dropping
here.
into our country
And then we
stopped.
should see a move probably.
And we're now going
But
to
I'm probably
double
done for the day.
shifts.
I mean,
7 days a week,
$4,500.
and we may be very soon going to 24 hours around the clock, almost 7 days a week. He said, sir, I want to kiss you so badly. And I said, no, thank you. But you know what? He just to finalize it, he said, oh, this is a great place in Georgia.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
He said, all up and down the highway. Same exact answer, sir. We're all going out of business. We're going to go bankrupt. We're all going out of business. And now every one of us are thriving, and we're hiring people like we haven't. He said, like I've never, and he's been in business for, I think, 45 years, like we've never hired before. That's because of tariffs. And we're going to keep it going the same way. And you're going to start to see the results in a year from now when all those factories start that are under construction right now. You see all the construction numbers are so good. Those construction workers are building factories that are going to be open, including not only AI, which is big, but car plants coming in from Canada, who ripped us off for 30% of our market. Mexico ripped us off for a big portion. Over the years, they've taken our market. They've taken our cars. They manufacture them in Japan, Germany, and all over the place because nobody's standing in this position. The position I have as President of the United States had the insight, the courage, well, I don't know what it is, to charge tariffs. You can make your product outside. You can put our people out of business. You can put everybody on the unemployment rolls. But if you're going to make a car in some other country, you're going to pay a 15, 20, 30% tariff. And those things would have never happened. We wouldn't have lost our business. Same thing with, as an example, Taiwan. Taiwan came in. They stole our chip business. They make chips. For 30 years longer, they made chip. And they put our companies. Intel would be now the largest company. I saved Intel. I literally saved it at the beginning of...
It's just all the good things in life. I think anyone who academically wants to pursue, that's great, but if you really want to just get a good combination of like school.
It said yesterday, sir, what you've done, nobody thought was possible.
So he's basically stating that the economy is going to get stronger in the next year from all the construction stuff they're having with big businesses and factories and corporations. So we should see possibly price push back up.
Said we would right
the highs
now
again up here.
be in a recession. And you said, no, we're going to have a booming
wait and see.
country. We're going to have a booming country. You were right.
Yeah.
All 22
WWS, yeah.
And you were right.
All right, well, that'll be it for me. Speech is about to end. I don't want to trade this because this is all over the place. So I will be back on Monday in the morning.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Alrighty.